Her survival from death. So she nearly died so close 7 years ago yesterday.
It was 7 years already.
Yeah, so we've got a big balloon. She painted 7 on. I wrote her, I must say, a beautiful love letter explaining how I so appreciate these every day of the last 7 years. And she's never to scare me like that ever again.
Yeah. If she ever does that again, you're going to kill her. For those who don't know, just briefly give a recap of what happened there.
Well, she had migraines for about 3 weeks, non-stop, and they just got worse and worse. And then her vision went double, and eventually, when they at the local hospital here, they did a check on her, and the top surgeon in that hospital looked me in the eyes and said, "Mr. Rufus, your wife has a giant brain aneurysm in a very difficult place, and she could die at any moment, and we think it's not operable." So it was like the sound of a death sentence.
And an aneurysm is like a stretching of the skin.
It's a large artery in your brain, and when it puffs out like a tire puffing out, it begins to puff out, and if it erupts, it can be instant death. They call it like a bullet in the brain.
Really?
And hers was in the what they call the carotid area, so it's right on the brain. It would have been instant death for her, and they said it's not operable, and it could burst any moment. And so then we went to another hospital, and a Dr. Derek Wong and his team said, "We think we can operate you."
Amazing.
But I went and prayed all through the night. I prayed from 9 o'clock at night to 4 in the morning, and I got a great breakthrough in praying in tongues for about 5 hours. I got the breakthrough, running around joyfully. I knew she was going to live and not die. Then I went to the hospital the next morning, and this doctor came through and said, a different team has looked at this, and we feel we can do it with super advanced technology.
Yeah.
But I knew God had given the breakthrough because they were going to let her die. But the next hospital, after a night of praying, we got the right doctor and the right team. So it was a miracle. It was a miracle.
And
I was terrified with all the way through.
Yeah.
But she was saying, even as they were pushing stuff in, and you could die and all this, she said, "I will live and not die." She was saying, and Mom, when she gets angry, "I will live and not die."
That's
Anyway.
wonderful. That's a great testimony of faith.
Yes.
That's
yes.
phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, she got me.
So that was the greatest, and then
yes, that was a great move of faith to get me.
I remember when we go and visit her when she was recovering, there were maybe 50, 60, 70 people in that ward.
Yeah.
And the vast majority had a quite invasive, they removed bits of your skull operations.
Yes.
And so they were in terrible states. And within, I think the next day, Mom was looking happy and looking well. You wouldn't know she'd just been through hell.
Yeah.
It's
It's incredible, intrusive situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, many of those people, while she was there were people in beds nearby who died because the aneurysm had erupted in some people, and they had like a stroke-like symptoms, and it all hit me that this is my wife that I could maybe never see again for the rest of my life. I'd have to figure out how to live, and then I knew I'd be exposed for the fraud because it's Glenda that's carried me through everything. Behind every man is an amazing woman.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, I just thank God that she's alive and that God gave us years more.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I say to her, every day we have to we want to celebrate as a precious gift.
Yeah.
Every day. And we want to live for many, many more years.
Yes.
But every day we celebrate as another gift from God.
Yeah.
To have another day. Because your expenditure on time you've only got this amount
That's
of
right.
time and you're spending it.
Yeah.
Every day. So every day we want to make sure we see each day as a priceless gift to love each other and forgive each other. We should constantly forgive each other in marriage and not allow resentment to build up. And so so she's become my best friend. Irritates me, like I get angry with her and I irritate her. We forgive each other quickly and we determine we're going to enjoy our journey. This marriage journey can be endured
Yeah.
or it can be enjoyed.
That's right.
And it takes just a little bit of humility, guys and girls.
I think it's a lot of humility. I think
To
it's
be
the
able
most
to say,
difficult
I'm
humility.
sorry, when you know you're wrong. It's like, it's
So you actually are wrong sometimes.
no.
I'm sure Mum's on the comments right now saying hallelujah. No.
No, I just say sorry to calm you down. But unfortunately, we make many mistakes in marriage.
Yeah, that's right.